What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of PNP's Den of Antiquities. Today, we are talking about Sith and where they rank across the galaxy. We got Legend Sith, we got Canon Sith, we got Sith for days. So we're gonna be ranking them. So let's get into it. First, we got Darth Maul. Now, this one pains me because you guys know how much I got Darth Maul for days. I just think he's gonna be low on the list, man. Like he's a good Sith, but I just think with everybody we have, like I'm gonna put him. I'd say B.
I mean, he's my favorite character, but he has that mentality where, Freddie Prinze Jr. even described it perfectly. George's Dave's vision on Maul too. He's that guy that's gonna constantly be rolling a boulder up a hill and having it constantly fall back down.
Yeah, Sisyphus. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's high B, but I just think
high B, low A. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Yeah, we can also move him. It's just like with the stacked team we have here. It's gonna be. There's a lot of
contenders that may make him look bad because they're so good.
And speaking of contenders, Palpatine is next. Where would you guys place Palpatine? I would say he'd be in the S tier, right? I mean, he's just. I don't know there's a lot who can beat him. Maybe some of the Legends characters could like.
I would say he would definitely be up there for S as as far as that goes for me. Well, unlimited power. That could be a meme, but anyway, JT, what about you, man?
Well, there's that whole thing of he had his lightsabers tucked away in those statues, and he only brought them out when he needed to use them because he was so powerful in the Force. He saw that as like playing with a child's toy. He was mocking him. When he was fighting Maul and Savage, he was laughing the whole time while he was using them. He's so powerful. He knows he's gonna win. He also constructed like this multi-generation like chosen one arc. Like that was all his idea.
Yeah. As far as like evil masterminds go, I don't know if there is a better one. Like literally everything that he orchestrated and played both sides. Like, dude, it's crazy.
Ian McKellen or Ian McDermott. Wrong universe.
Yeah, wrong.
You shall not.
That's as soon as I said
unlimited powers. Next we have Plagueis.
Oh man,
I would also say S tier, dude.
Yes, that dude. He set up everything, man. He had he's the one who came up with the grand plan. Sidious kind of stole it.
Out of what we see though of him, besides just like hearing about him, like what more does he do?
In the novel,
in the novels, because I didn't read the Plagueis.
No, it's okay. In the novels, he actually has at least 5 hearts, and that was for him to able to live a very long life. So he trained under Tenebris, who is also another amazing person who got inspired by the way, on a very great Star Wars artist that we all love and share completely. Venomous got inspiration from that. So
yeah, I was gonna say Venomous, like he beat Venomous really freaking crazy.
Yeah,
who was awesome. And then him and Palpatine went to that one planet with all the warriors and just like massacred them
with only the pikes and stuff like that, or vibra blades. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. And then the very end, Plagueis frighten one, scare everybody, and just eats like the heart and everything like that.
Is that one illustration of like a young Sheev Palpatine, like looking off to the side, he's getting ready to stab?
That's the same thing. Ironically, when they get done doing that, after he shows him Force lightning for the first time, and he has
his favorite.
Will I become? And then Plagueis finishes the sentence. Some decrepit, thing like that. Who knows? It may be redirected funny how that aged well.
I think that's the reason why he got like Palpatine got him like drunk and like all that stuff, because I don't think Palpatine could have taken him.
No, he would not.
Next, we have Darth Vader,
the chosen one himself.
S tier, but stronger than Palpatine.
He was destined to be. Or actually,
I don't think so.
You know what? Anakin was destined to be. I think.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Anakin at full power, light and dark side, he would have been nothing would have stopped him. But I think Vader, I think Palpatine even says it in some of those. He's like, "Oh, you're half of what you could have been." Like he's like, "You're like wasted now." Because I know, in Brotherhood, Anakin talks about like how his mechanical hand, like he has to calculate because like his like reflexes and like his mind can move faster than his mechanical hand can like process his like movement. So just imagine like that's just the hand. Now he loses both of his arms and like his lower or his legs, you know.
Yes.
I imagine like the learning. I think even Vader, like in one of the Vader books, like he talks about it too, how he has to basically like learn how to fight again.
Yeah,
because like he just can't. His mind can't match his arms, like the speed of his arms and stuff. You guys think an S for that?
I think low S. I think definitely under Palpatine, regardless.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think I am going to move Plagueis above Palpatine though. Like Palpatine does kill Plagueis, but
it's some dirty move.
Yeah,
he stole the idea. He stole the idea.
He does some street moves to get Plagueis. You know,
I'm gonna throw some dirt in your eye.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
I got the streets.
All right, next we have Asajj Ventress.
I think Maul would beat her.
I think so too.
Yeah, 1,000% agree.
Ventress is awesome.
She is awesome.
I think Maul's got it. I think Maul's seen some shit.
They were both assassins.
Yeah.
Right.
They were literally trained like kind of the same way, honestly, just one by Palpatine and one by Dooku.
Yeah.
And he had some of the mastermind stuff that Palpatine taught him, aside from Ventress, who eventually, spoilers, went a little bit towards more light at the end, and Maul just kept getting deadlier and deadlier and knew about the grand plan. And well, watch season 7.
Yeah, that's for sure. Next, we got Savage Opress.
Clancy Brown.
I'm gonna say C, man. I think he's not as strong. Like because he was given all his powers. Like he has strength.
Dathomir magic. That's right.
Yeah, that's kind of all that he has going for him. I feel like. What do you guys think?
JT.
Well, he was trained by Maul occasionally, so he does have some more advanced fighting styles, but I don't think that would have carried him past someone like Ventress. Like you said, his whole body was changed strictly by what Mother Taliesin gave him.
He was strong, but he was not without Dooku's instruction. Actually, I just remembered this because without just connecting to our hatred, electrocuting him while he's trying to lift the stones and stuff like that. How do you master such a thing? A wise master does not give away all of his secrets.
So like high C then?
Yeah, I would say high C or low B. Honestly,
still good.
Like high C. We can stick him in C. Now, Mother Taliesin's not technically a Sith, but man, she's so strong. I felt like she had to be thrown into the list.
She's the mother of Maul and Savage and a bunch of other awesome people.
Defaultly makes her more powerful than them.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we don't see her with like combat. We see her power in the Force, and I can just imagine if we did see her in combat, I think she would just like be devastating.
If she had her vessel, her full body in Son of Dathomir, I think she would have been a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, yeah.
She could imbue like just a random sword out of thin air, just like from Sith magic.
Actually,
or, witch magic.
Yeah, she did fight Mace. I forgot about this.
Yeah, with the green and like was it the Gungan princess? I forget what happened in that Clone Wars episode, but they're like on top of like a temple or something.
Yeah, it's like in the desert or something, isn't it? Yeah.
The visuals were what was it though?
Yeah. It's tough to think about this one.
I don't know.
Maybe low A, high B, low A.
Yeah. I can live with that. Yeah. All right, next we got Grand Inquisitor. I think he's behind Savage, man. I don't think Savage could take him.
Really? He was trained by Lord Vader from every day.
See, I don't really care for the Inquisitors.
What?
I love the concept, love the looks. They don't really accomplish anything. But given the Grand Inquisitor's background, like him specifically, out of all the Inquisitors, I think he's the most competent. He was a Jedi Temple guard, which Sentinels were higher up there when it comes to combat and protecting the Temple. And training from the Chosen One himself, I mean, that's got to put you up some...
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
You think he beats Savage?
I think he beats Savage. I think he might tie with Maul.
Yeah, I don't think
it's hard to say.
I know I don't think he would completely beat Maul Prime, Sam Witwer. I don't think he's any. Of course, he would not go near the A level, but like as far as combat stuff, all the lightsaber forms, he can only do but so much. He was not a full Sith, just a dark side person. Vader would not give him any too much, but he did have the glowing yellow eyes, not Sith eyes, but just dark side eyes.
Yeah.
So I would not go past A.
It's tough. I mean,
I don't think he beats Maul, but Ventress is a questionable. I think it'd be a good fight with Maul.
I know he beats Ventress because he has some sort of like wisdom to his character where he's been through the ringer. I mean, Ventress kind of lost her way, became a bounty hunter because she gave up being a Sith for a while.
Okay.
Let it go.
I don't know.
Overall.
Yeah, I love the simple thing of Kanan just shooting like one thing aims. So you train with Master Depa-Balaba.
Yeah.
I'm back with Form 3, Jason Island.
You know, there's the whole background of me.
Next, we have Kylo Ren. What do you guys think?
I'm sorry, Darth Samaris. I'm sorry, Mike, my buddy. He's gonna hate me. But the tantrum boy is not good compared to these other.
He is trained by Luke, though, dude. He is trained by Luke.
Oh, JT, I'm gonna let you take this from me, please. I'll give you all my stuff.
I don't know. I know he's lower. I don't know if the Luke training is really redeeming because
you think Savage would beat him?
No, I think Kylo would beat Savage. Honestly, I don't know if he would be able to beat Ventress though. I think Ventress would be too quick. You know, Kylo has these tantrum moments. I think he gives into his passion too much, where it might cost him the fight. Plus, being trained by Luke, he also left before he completed his training.
True. High C, low B?
To be determined.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, I don't know. I think I see the rest of the list, and I think he's pretty solidified. All right, what do you think about Malik? I don't really know a whole bunch about him. I played a little bit of the older video games. I know, was he the apprentice of Revan, or did they just fight side by side?
They were besties for a while in the Mandalorian Wars, and then after Emperor Vitiate, they came back as both Sith Lords, and much like Darkseid or Sith do back in those days, they fought. Revan chopped half of his thing off. And then he started taking orders under him, and then he did the shot from decided to do that, shoot the thing. Revan got the thing. He was best Mal the Deceiver, I think this was one of his names, but he's a capable fighter. They trained in the Mandalorian Civil Wars. He was a Sith Lord under the apprenticeship of Revan. Yes, so he's pretty good.
Pretty OP. I think he beats.
He's pretty good.
You think he beats Talzin? Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
Do you think he would beat Vader, though, Charlie?
No.
Interesting.
All right, let's put him. And then same with, like I said, I'm going to rely on you guys for a lot of these legend-style characters. Where do you think Nihilus?
I think Nihilus is one of those cheap characters.
Oh, God, I just think what it is.
Gain-esque just because they're so powerful. This dude eats planets.
But what is his saber abilities though? That's what I'm saying. Like, because I know he's powerful in the Force because obviously he has to devour planets to.
He puts a piece of Texas toast on the North and South Pole and says "Yum."
I kind of feel like he's kind of in the realm of like Mother Talzin. Like I feel like their abilities, like within the Force and like dark magic and stuff like that, kind of are similar. But does he beat her? Is the question. Do you guys think?
I
know the planet thing's hard. Like minus devouring a planet. Like take that out of the equation. What else does he bring to the table?
Yeah, so I think he would destroy Talzin. Honestly.
Okay.
not that she wouldn't put up a good fight, but if you do take away the draining of everything and eating the planet and people's, it's like a backwards battle meditation. You take that out of the game, and he's a very capable lightsaber fighter. I mean, he grew up in the old Republic timeline, and when the mass shadow generator exploded, and that's why Malachor 5 looks the way it is. He was a pretty capable guy. He just doesn't have a body anymore.
So does he beat Malak is the next question.
Yeah. Again, if you took away the planet eating thing, as far as lightsaber combat, I really don't think I think they come up pretty good.
It's tough, man. He's like OP because of the Force.
I have to think a lot. I really have to think a lot.
All right, well, we'll come back. I'll put him here, and we'll circle back around to him.
We'll rearrange later,
Yeah.
Next, we got Dooku.
Oh, man.
Well, Dooku beats Talzin. It's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's in books. We've seen it.
Easy peasy. Does he beat Malak, though?
I think Malak's old school knowledge. I don't know.
Man, well, he did study the Sith holocrons. Oh God, this is tough to think about. All right,
because Dooku is arguably like one of the best of his generation.
He's tutelage under Sidious and Yoda.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you have two of like the most powerful Force users and duelists teaching you.
Yeah,
I would say just because I like Dooku more that he beats him, but I don't know because I don't really know. My knowledge on Malak is not extensive. So
he's a great fighter.
I think we see Dooku doing more cool stuff.
Yes,
when it comes to movies and like actual.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Okay, so we'll move Dooku up just for the coolness factor. He might. It'd be a good match. Let's say that.
Malak kind of cheats too because he's also a video game character.
Yeah, and video game characters are
that
cranked up to 11. That kind of gives
him his spot as it is because
Yeah. All right. Next we got Darth Vader. Is that how you say his name?
Who's supposed to be? Yeah.
It's Ben Solo or Ben Solo.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to those books yet because I'd only read Heir to the Empire. So like they were just born at the end of that book.
Was that Fate of the Jedi? What was Caedus in?
He was
Fate of the Jedi. Those little novels.
Spoilers. Chewie dies.
Yeah, he's like like a planet or something like that. Stuff
happens. Because he was fighting in a war, so he was straight out of war as soon as like he was a teenager, and then eventually the dark side thing happened. He fought Luke for a little bit, which in those timelines, if you did that, you're pretty good. Yeah,
but how does he go against Luke? Does Luke like clean him, or does he like?
I mean, if it's Legends Luke,
you really can't beat Legends Luke.
Yeah, it's a pretty
how
it's like that's like a brick wall. That's like who wins, the sun or 1,000 lions? Well, obviously the sun.
Right. I got that reference.
It's unmatched.
So
it's like a brick wall.
I put him either right beside Ventress. It's hard to think about because I'm starting to remember.
Maul might beat him. I think Maul could beat him.
I think you're right.
So let's just put him in between.
I gotta remember those books. I mean, I do, but they conflict.
Does he beat the Inquisitor though?
Yeah, he would. He would definitely beat the Grand Inquisitor.
Next, we got Darth Krayt.
Well, Krayt definitely beats Nihilus. I can tell you that.
Yes.
Okay. Does he beat Vader?
He might be, dude. He might be right next to you. Honestly.
I don't know.
Krayt is
he looks cool as hell.
Krayt is he's a was it Asherad Head or Asherad Head? He's one of the two in the Clone Wars that was he was a Tusken Raider on Tatooine.
Mm-hmm.
He gave up the Jedi way.
Right.
He ended up being cryogenically frozen for the future
for
Darth Talon, Darth Warlock, or Wirelord, however you say it.
The rule of 3.
He is the one Sith. That's what this is.
The rule of 1. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they also endured the torture of the Yuzong Vong, and just whenever they tapped into that dark side, dead. Yeah. And to take out a Yuzong Vong is not an easy task.
Because
for those who don't know, the Yuzong Vong are this organic species in Star Wars that are so powerful because their weapons and armor are made of living creatures. So kind of think of like Darth Bane's Obelisk armor being like those little crustacean like shell things that are lightsaber resistant. Basically think of that, but like all over their body, and it's a whole species.
Yeah.
And spoilers, but he dies at the hands of Luke's son, right? Cade Skywalker, I believe. I don't know. It's just from what I've heard from the thing. I thought he was defeated by Luke's
Did
son.
he die in Legacy?
I think, yeah, because
Legacy War.
They take.
Dude, I gotta reread.
They fuse. No, that's okay. They fuse together to become and take down Abeloth for the time.
Yeah, in Fate of
the book after that is, yeah, that gives you an idea as well as his power scale. I mean, yes, he had Luke helping him, but to be on par with the mother of the Mortis gods.
Yeah.
Which is the embodiment of all evil. I mean, that's basically what the Sun's...
it's like the worst of the worst in Star Wars.
That is like the Cthulhu of Star Wars.
Yeah. World Ender type
Very
stuff. So does he beat Vader, though? That is the question.
I think he's on par, but in a different way. They're both like tanky juggernauts, but like...
When Vader's at his maximum, and again, it goes back to the thing of he still has all that stuff, and he is still destined to do the things, Vader, but at the same time, the thing of his entire body and how he can... There's a drawing of Charles Soule did of Lord Vader in the books of him meditating. Mm-hmm. And it's quite a frightening picture of just him meditating pure red, and you see
Jesus.
So his red arms and legs are the cut points of when he was his limbs got cut off, the phantom limbs.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. All right. Even it's tough.
I think on par. I mean, so Vader's destined at full power to do that, but Krayt's destined to fight with Luke and take out Abeloth.
Okay, yeah. So let's just say tie. They'll tie.
That's like chosen one fates, but for like both. That's just kind of what has to happen.
Definitely.
Exar Kun.
He had the single like double bladed lightsaber too, right?
The
like
Godfather,
it was a single length hilt.
Yes,
but
the Godfather, the saber staff, but also he knew well enough to have it where it could go in and it could be a single saber, and then the extending of that, so he would choose that up and mess with the opponent. He also beat his saber teacher, and when he was still a Jedi. And of course, after that, he goes to Yavin to hang out for a little bit and form up some people over there. And could be hiding under the Yavin base even still to this day, just hanging out under there until Luke's people were just hanging out, and all of a sudden, boom, up pops Exar Kun. So yeah, he's oh god, he's so powerful.
Something makes me want me to put him above Dooku.
Honestly, yes, I agree. I would agree with that.
Yeah,
I think where Exar Kun beats Nihilus is in the blade combat, but in the Force, Nihilus would probably beat Exar Kun.
Well, I'm gonna move him above then, because I think it should be definitely like we're doing both, but I think saber mastery should be above everything else, and then the Force. Like I think it should be saber then the Force. So let's put him above. Now I'm interested to see because I think I know where I put Starkiller, but where do you guys?
Oh no,
it's cheating.
It is, Sam.
And in my opinion, I because like he in the game he beats Vader and pretty much beats Palpatine, so I don't know if he could beat Plagueis, but I think he'd be a match for Plagueis.
Oh God,
he turns Luke to the dark side.
Yeah, I know.
But this is also a reality of Luke that is not full potential Luke. This is Empire Strikes Back random Luke. So
also, if this is Lord Starkiller, the one with the armor, this is the same one that had the thing fall on him, then that means he got damaged, and just like Sidious says, spoilers in the game, you just like Vader, you'll be cast aside. And so he lost a little bit. He did lose a little bit of his power.
I think he could still. Beat,
awesome.
I think he could still beat Palpatine.
So if it's Lord Starkiller in the armor, I think just the fate of how everything plays out, I don't think he beats Palpatine. But if we're talking about video game full potential, like No costume aside, like costumes aside, just
over 9,000.
Pick any costume we want, doesn't matter. Just what he is. I think he just defaultly makes the top of the list because it's the playability in that game at full Force Unleashed. You know, it's like how it's described. Luke was in EU, like this first god that you physically cannot reckon with.
Well, the picture that I have him in, he's in the armor. He's in the armor. So that's what, because like that's where I feel like he is like the full version. Because I feel like he's conflicted throughout the game, and then he's like actually a Sith once he like dons the kind of the armor.
Yeah, I think to save our sanities, let's put him under Palpatine just to connect.
Yeah, they're kind of the same guy, so it's okay.
That's a deep rabbit hole. That's a deep,
Yeah, for sure. Next, we got Revan.
Which, I think he beats Palpatine.
You think Revan beats Palpatine? Interesting.
The conqueror, the
but he doesn't beat Plagueis.
Conqueror, savior. You are all things.
Revan's mindset on switching from light to dark, getting a taste of both, pretty much puts him on a level in the Force above Palpatine because he's not jaded by his vision of control.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
He's just straight up dominant.
And he did withstand 500 to 800 years of torture under Valkorion on Dromund Kaas, and to be able to have that mental thing of being able to hold the Emperor physically and mentally there at least long enough where it would deplete him a little bit. He's pretty powerful. I mean, he's pretty a skilled fighter as well. Like I said,
he's also Keanu Reeves, so
he's also Keanu Reeves, so that boosts him up exactly. Exactly. Thank you, JT.
Okay, so next we have Malgus. I'm gonna say a hot take with this one. I think he beats Dooku. I think Nihilus beats him, but I think he's so much. He's like Vader in that he's so much of a tank, but he's also like very smart. Like he basically takes like the whole Jedi Temple. I know he has like his acolytes or whatever help him, but he basically destroys the Jedi Temple and all that. It's like, I don't know.
That was his construction. I mean, the way he was fighting in that cinematic too just gives you an idea of like the moves that are coming at him. He just does not care, and he just deflects off of them. Like he was using his elbow. He basically like lightsaber pommels. What's the dude's name? The guy that dies in it.
Yeah, the green saber.
Green saber guy.
He looks like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what I thought.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
A little bit, yeah.
Jedi Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
He took the Jim-So to the next level. He absorbed a literal grenade to the chest.
Yeah.
Like it was nothing. He hid under a rock formation.
Got force pushed through a mountain and
he kept going. He's a force tank, and he's a complete warrior.
That's some Dragon Ball Z move.
I don't know if he beats Exar Kun or Nihilus, but I think he could take Dooku.
It took orbital bombardment to kill him.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I think they'd be like it'd be a good fight. I think Dooku would still give him. I mean, depending on where you see Dooku at, but like, I think he beats Dooku.
That's
what do you guys think?
You
think it's fair? Okay.
Took it
lightsaber combat and force ability. Yep.
Next, we got Bane.
Right between Palpatine and Revan, easy.
Yes.
Right between Palpatine and Revan. Okay, so he beats Palpatine.
Well, he got a holocron from Revan, and he created the role of two.
And he inspired. He did inspire a lot of people, and he
basically created everything.
He's also the Sithari, the in that prophecy. I just got done listening to the Darth Bane trilogy again, fresh off of it. This is the guy who came up with the thought bomb. This is the guy who took down that to redo the entire thing that would carry on for years and years and years. And what was that quote, JT, that he says in to Yoda?
Do you know who I am?
Darth Bane.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta think of what he said.
You got.
I like studied it because I needed it for my my video. Oh yeah, the Sith killed each other, victims of their own greed. But from the ashes of destruction, I was the last survivor. I chose to pass my knowledge on to only one. I created legacy so resilient, and now you come before me.
Yeah.
Pretty good? Yeah?
Yes.
I'm a little rusty, a little raspy.
Yes.
Okay. Killed it, dude. You killed it. Next, we have Darth Sion.
Too angry to die.
Literally too angry to die.
I would say because he kind of just strikes me as another Maul, in my opinion. Like, he's kind of like too angry to die. Like, Maul doesn't die because of his anger.
Yeah,
like,
the mash, yet again, another thing that one of Revan's things, he inadvertently created another Sith Lord. When the mass shadow generator went down and everything in Malachor V's planet just imploded, it created this force nexus, which created Sion, and then from that, could not die. The only way he could die is like years and years and years down the line of him just accepting, I think it was like a love of, not even like a love of respect or something like that of a Jedi. Then, as soon as he let go, like that dark side thing, just fell apart. His formidable warrior just refused to die for the longest period of time. To the next level.
Do you think he beats Dooku or goes under Dooku? Because I think he might be able to take out Malak.
I think he would take down.
So?
Even with Revan's tutelage, I just think.
Yes, I believe that he would.
All right, next we got Tulak Hord.
I think. So here's the thing. Revan did find holocrons in the Valley of the Dark Lords from Tulak Hord's, temple and his helmet remnant. But I do think Revan would beat him because he basically was perfecting on it. Like, this whole chain goes down the line. They were perfecting on each other. But during that reign of his empire, Tulak Hord was unfathomably better, like a better duelist than most of these people, like just genuinely. But he was strong on the Force. I don't think he was as strong as Nihilus or Exar Kun. I think he beats Malgus, but he's like on par with Exar Kun and Nihilus just because his general
we'll throw him in
Sith connection.
Yeah.
It's tough because like these go into different columns because Revan, he found his.
He was one of the first Sith, man. He was one of the very first Sith on Korriban, man. He was an OG.
He had a Jedi buddy, like Durgis species, and those guys are invincible as it is, so you can imagine.
As far as like coolness factor, I definitely think he has like the coolest armor out of that whole A list.
Give me I'll go grab it. 1 sec.
It's me.
Tulak Hord.
That's so awesome.
Nice. Dude, yeah, that helmet's sick.
Rocking the sunglazer, sunglass visor lenses in natural. Sunglazer, let's keep that word.
Sunglazers. A pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
The dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
And his armor was actually made of some stuff.
Well, not his apprentice, but his war general.
Dude, yeah, I love that helmet. That's the one I have on my my Sith sorcerer in that in the Old Republic game. That's the mask I have on.
Aloysius Calig.
Next, we got Maris Barood.
I want to say arguably stronger than her Jedi version, like before Shakti dies Jedi version, because after she falls on Felucia, she kind of just gets absorbed by the planet, the darkness on it, and really letting the dark side overcome her. So I don't know.
I don't think she beats Maul, but I don't know about the others.
Oh, I was gonna put her like above Ventress. I think the Grand Inquisitor would beat her. I think she would beat Ventress though. I think like she can cloak, she can turn invisible. And she can
that beast mastery, man, with that giant Rancor.
Yeah,
that's like she has like massive control over that Rancor, which is pretty cool.
Formidable warrior. I forget the voice actress, but
Adrian Wilkinson.
Thank you.
And body double as well. Her likeness.
Yes, right.
All the ladies get the coolest sabers. Like Ventress has some pretty cool curved sabers. She has like a baton. Like all the chicks get the really cool sabers.
I'm sensing a theme here.
Yeah,
I can't put my finger on it.
Like Bastila, she has like that yellow double blade. Like they all get the cool ones. All right, so this one, I'm interested to see where you guys put the sun.
Oh God.
Because he's like literally the embodiment of like the
sun. There's no
like
how do you we're again coming back to kick our aces.
How do you cap that?
He is the embodiment. Well, so to quote Obi-Wan, are you a Sith Lord? And he says, yes. And no. I mean, prior to like the whole, or I don't want to say prior because it came out before it, but like the whole Abeloth deal with her being the embodiment of the dark side. I think it's kind of a trickle-down effect because you have the father that is the obvious balance in the Clone Wars between light side daughter, dark side son, but he favors the light side more because he favors life more. So that really kind of puts Abeloth, above the sun. So you have father and daughter on the light, and then Abeloth and the sun on the dark. If we're putting Abeloth into the equation, eons stronger, but the sun is like the embodiment. This is also a world that doesn't quite exist.
Yeah, Abeloth I think would be like double S tier or something like that. God level.
I will remember a quote that Sam Witwer said when he was playing this person. When he asked Dave Filoni, he was like, "Hey, is this sounding too much like Starkiller?" Nah, Sam, you go ahead. Yeah, you keep doing that. It's working.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So he's literally got tapped into all space time of all Dark Lords inadvertently, even like his mannerisms. So he kind of, again, he's the embodiment of the dark side. Unless you have the Chosen One himself on Mortis, you're not going to beat Sam Witwer. So.
Oh, dude, this was Anakin pre-suit. He would stomp the sun.
It's the spirit that counts.
Do you think Anakin would stomp Abeloth though, pre-suit?
I think it would kind of be in the place of Luke and Krayt, in that situation. I think Anakin would probably replace Luke because it's more in line of him actually being the chosen one. So that's a touchy topic because Anakin kind of cheats.
Yeah, I was like, do you think he could, like, if he tapped into both the dark and the light side, do you think he could beat Abeloth?
He's destined to win.
I was about to say, I go to George Lucas from the horse's mouth itself. I mean, when he got damaged, he was only 80% less than the Emperor and Yoda, and that's saying a lot. Yeah, so from the toppest of things, what he would have been able to do, look at somebody, force fire, and just catch them on fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, yeah, that's where I stand when it comes to that.
I like how we have Mother Talzin on this list and not Abeloth too.
Well, I just like, dude, Abeloth. It's just like because honestly,
it's a cheat character. I get it.
Yeah, it's just like she's an honorable mention. She's not on the list because she's above the list. She breaks the list.
Yeah, she's S+ tier.
Yeah, S+.
She's like one of those cheat characters, man. They trapped her in a literal black hole.
Yeah. That would honestly be a cool fan fiction though, like Anakin versus Abeloth. So like I think that would be a cool one to do. That'd be kind of sick.
Well, I mean, I think it would kind of be self-explanatory because you have Anakin before he was a Sith, really being shown, like the sun basically like taps his mind and says, this is what the future's gonna be, and he's like, I know what I have to do. I'm the bad guy, so I have to do the bad things.
Yep.
Oh, so much pain.
All right, so we got Dark Side Luke.
So this is Dark Empire Luke.
Oh boy,
I haven't read this, so like that's why I'm gonna refer to you guys on this. I know Luke's the GOAT.
Without spoiling it, doesn't really accomplish too much.
Yeah, he doesn't stay there long.
It's really the mindset of him becoming a dark side user that puts the fear into the reader's mind of what could have been. So this is like Return of the Jedi if Vader and Sidious were to actually.
It's not long at all. Without spoiling, like he said, he's not there long, but when he is there, he's pretty frightening.
I think because he's Luke, he just automatically, because he retains all that Jedi.
He's the son of the chosen one, so that's gonna be a thing.
Well, I would imagine then, because he kind of sounds like he's like a hybrid of almost like Revan a little bit.
He's like a Luke Vader though. I think he's right under Starkiller. That's
right. Okay.
Yeah.
I think because even cloned, Palpatine's still
Luke. What
so
was it?
Powerful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Luke clone. Luke.
Yeah. No, I'm saying Palpatine clone because in Dark Empire.
Oh,
that's on one of the comic issues too. He's like coming out of the tomb.
He did, didn't he?
Okay.
That was the sequel that was supposed to happen. I want to say.
Not that I'm bitter.
Yeah.
Next we got the Brotherhood of Darkness.
Oh,
right below Savage.
That dude got smoked. That dude got smoked.
I'm glad Savage.
The only thing he had going for him was battle meditation. That's it.
See, the thing is though too, like even the weakest person on this list would take him down because they would have the same mindset Bane had. They were just fed what was given to them and be like, I'm not going to be part of your whack school of restrictions. I'm going to show you what the dark side's truly about.
Yeah, unlimited power.
Thought bomb and just destroys them all with his mind and his tactics and not just brute force or power. So yeah, he fell in love with his own legend and suffered because of it.
Last but not least, Darth Talon.
Maybe under Dooku or under Sion, one of the two, like somewhere right there on A.
Yeah, she wasn't a master level Sith. She was
Darth Krayt's apprentice, right?
Yeah.
But she was also kind of the sidekick that kind of distracted.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the books, they kind of just you see her in combat, but she knows not to go near like Krayt's level because
okay.
Well, he's the one Sith too.
Yeah.
I mean, all of his under rankings, even Darth Nil, the guy with the white and black face paint with the teeth on his, even he was getting beat up. He had this confidence to him that he was, I don't know.
Out of his grave.
I think that's a good spot.
All right. Well, I think that kind of concludes our ranking, man. We did it. We got I don't know why it included the Sith logo, but we got the Sith logo on there. The Sith logo is
your ass.
No, you know what? To get philosophical, that makes sense. Ultimately, the dark side's going to kick your own face, and if you go down that path, it's going to, you'll get power, but at what cost?
At what cost? Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think of this ranking. Let us know if you guys have any differing opinions on, I'm sure you guys do, of where everything's ranked. And as always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.
Stay awesome.